Then I get to the age of 27 and I get married. And I get married and my husband's like my best friend. He's 20 years older than me. He's like my best friend. He's a Capricorn just like me. We end up we end up separating because we're having a problem having kids, and it caused a lot of turmoil. Because then I also had was helping my mom raise my sister's kids, and so we end up separating. And unfortunately, I was watching my sister's kids for a while, and with helping my mom, and I fell in love with them, and so. And then also my ex-husband, he hung out with biker dudes. So I would take all the biker dudes' kids, teach them how to drive and take them, you know what I'm saying? And do stuff like that or whatever, nail salon and all that shit. So, when that, it really broke my heart. So I really wanted to have kids, and he wasn't, it just didn't work, and he had a vasectomy. Yeah. So, but that wasn't meant to be, but unfortunately, I divorced him and I ended up moving back to Jamestown. By that time, I had developed a drinking problem.
Okay.
So there was this guy that I knew that anytime when I would come out, when I was on TV and the music videos a lot, he would come with me because I had $3,000 chinchilla jackets and shit like that. And it's always snowing up in Jamestown. It's cold as hell up there by Buffalo. So, I was decked out with my little $100,000 Mercedes and all this stuff. So I had a bodyguard. The bodyguard was a childhood friend, actually. And eventually he started asking if he could stay the night after, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, sleep on the couch. Then he kept asking me to give him a chance. Long story short, I ended up pregnant by him, and he was beating me. And when I told him that I was pregnant, he was beating me before. And I had a drinking problem, so my behavior, I was off the meat rack. I'm responsible too.
Mm-hmm.
But he was beating me, and then we were playing the Wii game, and I looked at myself in the TV, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm pregnant," and I was. And I told him this, and he was already putting his hands on me and stuff like that before that. So he wanted me to keep the child, and but he put his hands on me the 2 days later, and then I got a termination. I said, if you touch me when I'm pregnant, it's a wrap. And I just remember him hitting me on the porch, and then I remember being in the basement in my underwear. And then
wow.
When I got the termination, I was trying to stay away from him, and we ended up together. He's it's a small town, he's so aggressive and shit in Boston. He's 380 pounds. Yeah, he was big as fuck. And that night, he was mad that I didn't have the kids, so he crushed my foot. This foot has 2 plates in it, and it has 15 pins in it, and it was broken this way.
Wow.
So it was Thanksgiving night, and it was brick outside. And so there was a room in that house at his relative's house, where everyone was smoking. So I went up there and I just slid in the doorway, because there was a lot of people sitting. I just wanted to slide in to get in the smoke room. I didn't want to go outside, it was freezing. And all of a sudden, just a hand comes, boom, like this. Just like a fucking gorilla hand. It just grabbed me, yanked me out, and then just threw me to the ground. And I guess he must have thought that I was in dudes' faces and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? In the guys' faces that were smoking there, but I wasn't. I was right by the door. So then I run in the bathroom, and there's a little, you know how you have a bathroom and there's that little corner where the toilet is? There's a wall.
Yeah.
Why the hell? This guy comes in the bathroom, I grab a curling iron, and I just straight hit him in his face, because he's so big, 380, so big. And then I just remember being on the ground, and I screamed my foot, and he just stepped on it and crushed it. He just went boom. And I looked up, and I seen this little white boy in the corner sitting there hiding on the shitter with his pants down.
Mm.
So now I am crawling out the bathroom with my leg hanging, dragging my leg down the stairs. The white boy comes out and tells him everything that happened. That white boy was killed a couple days later. He was stabbed to death.
Wow.
After my foot healed, I got a settlement, and I did about $12,000 of cocaine and a hotel to stay away from them.
Hold on. You got a settlement, and you bought $12,000 worth of cocaine.
Not in one sitting.
Okay.
But I ran through.
Okay.
With the hotel costs and all that.
Yeah.
So maybe I did 8,000. But in general, I was done. I was dead inside. You know, because I want to have a kid with my ex-husband, then I go and get pregnant by a guy that's beating me, and then I can't have that kid, and then my foot gets crushed, and I couldn't walk for about a year. So I had to actually stay with him, you know, because I couldn't really walk like that. His sister, God bless her, she helped me and stuff. And then one time I came back in that town, it was after I got away, and he got in the car and like mushed my head into the window. And I told him to get out the car, and I'm not gonna front. I ran his ass over. He got out and walked around the back of the car, and I don't know what came over me, but as soon as I knew he was back, I put that shit in reverse and said, boop, boop, and hit him and broke his rib and knocked his tooth. He was so big that he pushed the car off of him, so I just hit the gas and sped off.